Action, people.
Welcome to the Welcome to the G4G podcast. That's the Game4Game podcast, hosted by yours truly, Slick 954.
Yeah, run it back,
All right,
run it back.
we back. Welcome to the G4G podcast, Game4Game podcast, man. You know what time it is. I'm your host, Slick 954. I got my co-host here.
It's your boy Carvo The Mastermind. We in the building.
We in the motherfucking building, man. You know what time it is. Game4Game podcast.
Game4Game.
Spreading a whole bunch of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help you maneuver a little smoother in this thing called life, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you a little bit of clarity, and hopefully you'll get some prosperity in your life in the future, man. So this is what we here for, to exchange ideas, perspectives, and everything like that. We talking about everything.
Everything, man. Everything.
Hey, so get in the comment section. Put in what you want us to talk about. We talking about
like,
it, man.
share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, all that shit. Like it, dislike it, we don't go.
Hey, just comment, man. Like, whatever you want to tell us, man. You want to tell us something good? Hey, let us know. You want to tell us something bad? Hey, do that too.
Tell us all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
We need all the bad too.
We need all that, man. We need all the energy you want to give us. You know what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, man, we ain't here to make nobody satisfied. We ain't try to satisfy
everybody.
Game.
You know what? Sharing game, we want game. So.
But you know what? Niggas try to satisfy everybody. That's
they do try to satisfy everybody.
And I feel like that's a good little segue into what we talking about today.
That is, right? Okay, so what you got?
So check me out.
Yes, sir.
I feel like a lot of niggas' problem is people problems is, right? They care about what other people think, right? Bro. So I feel like that holds a lot of people back from achieving their goals, their aspirations, or whatever the fuck they want to do with their life, because they care a lot about what people think. They friends, they family, all of that. And the title of this podcast today, episode 2, is Fuck It, Just Do It. Right?
Fuck it, just do it.
Fuck it, just do it.
And
dead ass.
We just gonna start it like this. We give a game, right? So this Game4Game, and we want to always leave the audience with like something to really think about. So like we're gonna start every episode. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask ourselves, like, if you could give yourself some game, like your younger self some game, like what would it be? Like Slick, if you could give yourself 5 years ago some game.
5 years ago?
Yeah.
5 years ago. How old I am? I'm 30. I'm 25. So 25.
Right. So, or even let's do 20. Let's do 10
okay,
years.
So
let's
20.
Let's do a dime back. You 20.
All right.
You ran into 20-year-old Slick.
All right, 20-year-old Slick. Okay. Don't put time limits on anything.
Okay.
For example, let's just don't try to be married with kids at 30 or have a whole crib at 30.
Right.
Don't put any time limits on anything, because when you do that, and if you don't reach that goal as far as what you set, let's say, I want to be married with a house and kids and fucking a whole career by 30.
You feel like you failed.
If that doesn't happen,
right.
At 9 times out of 10, the shit don't happen.
Right.
So, not lower your expectations, but don't put any time limits, or don't put any of course have goals, but don't get too caught up in the future.
Don't get caught up in.
Right, because in my journey, I've realized that a lot of times we finesse ourselves and we bamboozle ourselves, and we lie to ourselves, and we're very delusional into what the fuck we think we're gonna do in the future, because a lot of that comes from programming from our parents. Right. I've been wanting to be a pharmacist since I was in the fucking middle school.
And I'm assuming that's from your upbringing.
That's from my mom. My mom told me that they made $50 an hour, and all they do is fucking push pills and put pills.
So you was like,
bottles.
oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's all I gotta do.
That's all I gotta do.
All right, lady, I got you.
So from middle school all the way up to college, I wanted to be a goddamn pharmacist.
Right.
I got into pharmacy, and I was like, I do not want to do this shit. This is a lot of shit.
Like, why did I chose to want to do this?
Exactly. So now I'm like 20 something, and I don't know what the fuck I want to do, because I've been since I was 14,
all
13.
You're hearing is be a pharmacist, be a pharmacist.
Be a pharmacist, because they make $50 an hour, and I'm like, $50
that programming.
An hour.
It's that programming.
All I gotta
do, conditioning.
All I gotta do is put pills in a bottle.
And you find out that's not even, ain't no gold at the end of the road, right? Nah. Ain't nothing there.
So like I said, my advice is enjoy the journey, and know that everything is a process, and it may take it may take 10 years. You got to put it in your head that it may take 10 years to get where you need to be.
You know what? That's funny, because I was actually like listening to something, and it was talking about the time that it takes to master something. Like, I don't know if people understand. Like, if it takes 10,000 hours to literally call yourself a master at whatever it is that you're doing. And people don't really take that time into perspective. Like, think about what 10,000 hours really like how long that is. That's a lot of time.
If you do an hour a day,
you know what I'm saying?
That's some years now.
That's what I'm saying. So like people, what they'll do is they'll start on like, not even start, but they'll be on hour 300.
Right.
And this is not working, or you know what I'm saying, or this, you know what I'm saying. Like people don't understand. Like this shit takes time. Like whatever you try, if you're trying to master something, you want to be a master in something. It takes time. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy good point. And
it's like, but as far as that goes back to enjoying the journey, not focusing on the destination. Because I realized I'm just not realizing this shit. I'm fucking 30, right?
Right. I realized you never really like thought about the hours that you know what I'm saying? You're right.
And what really made me realize it was working out. Right. So working out.
Okay.
Before I would always stop and go, like throughout my whole life, pretty much stop and go when it comes to working out. And it's like, I only started working out because I wanted to be swole for spring break or swole for summer. You feel me?
Walk around.
Nigga, I'll be in the gym for a good 2 weeks. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't see shit. I've been working hard these 2 weeks, man. I don't see nothing. I still look like a skinny ass nigga.
Right. It's like,
and I'd be like,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, fuck it. These hoes love it anyway, so I don't even need to be working out like that. Or I'd be like, you know what? I put it off. You feel me? Because I'm thinking about the quick results, but I'm not realizing that working out and health is a lifetime thing.
It's a lifetime journey.
It's not just for spring break. It's not just for the next year. It's something that I'm gonna have to do, which is mandatory for the rest of my life. Even when I'm fucking 60, nigga, I'm gonna have to be. Health is something that you have to do.
You gotta continue.
You got to. So
keep doing it.
Once I start focusing on the journey and day by day, you feel me, and just focusing on like the feeling of it and all the other benefits or whatever, and not really focusing on me looking swole in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
That's when I started actually appreciating the process.
Right.
Everything is a fucking process.
So it's all about not focusing
on the destination.
Not focusing on the destination, but the journey.
Being in the moment.
Right.
Don't focus too much on the future. You feel me?
So that's some good game you would have get yourself.
Yeah.
You know, but on me personally, if I could run into my 20-year-old self and give that young, you know what I'm saying, that young king some game.
Yeah.
I would tell that dude straight up the title of this fucking the episode. I would tell him, yo, fuck it, just do it.
Just do it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a good title that we went with, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but like when it comes to like aspirations and stuff, like no one's going to make that dream come true unless it goes through you. Like you gotta just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like whatever it is you pursuing. It don't matter what it is. You want to be a rapper. You want to be a singer. You want to be an actor. You want to be a damn doctor. Whatever it is, you still got to take your ass to school and learn the shit.
You got to do it.
You got to go to you got to get an internship.
You got to do all that shit.
You just got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know what I mean? And one of my questions, or one of the things I wanted to discuss is, why is it that people don't just say fuck it and just do it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because
like what would you think is like 2 or 3 good reasons why people don't say fuck it and just do it?
It all goes back to what other people think.
Always, huh?
Always.
Because
you know
what that goes back
I was
to,
about to say failure, but it's only failure because of people seeing you as a failure.
Right. And you know what that goes back to?
What?
Fear, bro.
Exactly.
What's it? False evidence appearing real?
False evidence appearing real.
Right. Like fear is like I think is like the number one reason why anyone don't pursue anything.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the fear of, I guess, being embarrassed in your peers.
No, for sure.
You don't want to be judged. You feel me? At the end of the day,
even you don't want
I feel like the main motherfuckers that really put fear in people and put fear in us was our parents.
Right. Our parents,
especially our generation,
absolutely, because our parents instilled certain values and they wanted us to come up a certain way.
They wanted us to succeed the way they had to succeed in their time.
Right, because that was their time. And that's
in their time, degrees, all of that shit.
That's what mattered.
That shit mattered. Now, degrees is like a fucking diploma, man. It's like paper. It's like a high school diploma. Like now you need
Game4Game people. You can't do nothing.
Game4Game. G4G.
Game4Game people. You can't do nothing without less than a master's degree.
That's what I'm saying. Before,
so check it out. Like it don't even make sense.
Exactly. Master or a fucking doctor
or doctor
something.
degree. So like if you go into school and you just get in your 4-year degree, like 4-year. Just figure out what you want to do with your life, because you're just playing. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing, man. It's a lot of avenues out here for me that don't even take that makes more money than actual those.
Bro, you know, man. I was listening to some dude's little podcast, and he was talking about how a lot of times A and B students end up working for C students. And that's kind of crazy.
Facts.
Because your ass sat in the front, you got all the good grades. Everyone wanted to copy your tests and stuff like that. But you end up working for a nigga like me.
Yeah.
A C student, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
B student, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So it's like.
And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like a lot of the school system, I feel like that shit is pretty much built to slow us the fuck down.
No, listen, real talk, school is a whole conspiracy. Like,
exactly.
It's a whole fraud.
Scam. But check me out. This is how I realized it, right?
For real.
So I seen this post. I seen this post on Facebook. It was this 14-year-old that graduated high school and college at the same time. He pretty much
14-year-old?
14-year-old.
A dude?
A 14-year-old.
You're a little dude?
A guy.
Okay. No, I heard about a little.
And it's because he was homeschooled.
Okay.
He was homeschooled.
Okay.
So he got his high school diploma and his bachelor's at the same time.
Okay.
So I was like, this nigga did all this shit in 14 years. Like, he's 14. Now he has his whole life in front of him to figure out what the fuck he wants to do.
Want to do, right.
So, but the average person that goes through this whole system, they gonna end up like getting a degree or whatever by like 23, 24 maybe, if you're on track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're on track.
If you're on track.
But most likely it's like
you gotta stay focused.
Like 24, 25-ish.
Right.
So it took 24, 25 years for you to get the same thing that this 14-year-old got just with homeschooling. You feel me? So in 24, 25, now once you graduate, they throw you into the real world. They don't teach you that in school.
And they ain't even teach you what they even do in that real world.
They don't teach you responsibility. They don't teach you money management. They don't teach you about credit. They don't teach you shit. So you getting thrown out into this world with just this degree. All you know is school. All you know is passing tests. All you know is all of this shit.
Right.
You're not getting ready for the real world. So when you go out into the real world, you're a grown ass person at 24, 25. And now if that degree not hitting, if you ain't got no experience, 9 times 10, these companies don't give a fuck about you.
Right. And you was never even taught financial literacy. So don't even, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So you leaving that system at 24, 25, that's late as fuck because you almost damn near 30 now.
Right.
And you still trying to figure it out. You still trying to get a job with that degree. You still trying to pay out all these fucking loans back. It's just a whole clusterfuck.
But you know what I think too though? I think that the reason why people, like you said, like they're so scared of judgment and they're scared of what other people think is because they themselves like don't see themselves being more. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like it's
that
almost
comes with
like
programming too, bro.
And that does come with programming, but like you have to eventually like get out of that mind control, break that cycle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Like you can't feel me? You can't no, like you got to put yourself on. You get what I'm trying to say? You got to put yourself on. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like you have to apply yourself. You get what I'm trying to say? Like you have to
just
apply yourself.
Bro, just like Harriet Tubman said, bro, I could have saved
more slaves unless they knew they were slaves.
Exactly.
Absolutely, but that's the thing. I feel like we're so susceptible to distractions because we don't mind being distracted. We don't want to really face what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think like a lot of times, if we like really get down to the nitty gritty, get to our core, and really see what it is, and get that clarity, then you can move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely. You gotta have clarity as far as your bigger picture.
Because a lot of people moving in life, and you think they got it going on because you see what you know what I'm saying? You see what they want to put out there. You think they got it going on. You think this, you think that, but in reality, they're hurting. Oh yeah. They're lonely.
As fuck.
They're sad.
As fuck.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because you guys feed into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we feed into this shit. Not just, we all feed into it. And like, yo, you gotta search within first, man. You got to go within first before you go out there, man, in this world, man. And that's real. You know what I'm saying? And, and that's one of the things I think is like the bigger issue. Like a lot of people aren't looking at themselves. Like they're thinking about.
They don't feel like they could, because like I said, a lot of people are products of their environment.
Right.
Products of their environment, so they don't see themselves being further than what they like.
What they see in front of them.
Exactly.
Right.
The furthest thing they see is probably if you in the hood, the dope boys and the fucking the scammers and all of that shit. Right. All
so
they feel like the only way
they
feel like they don't see any legal niggas that's on like that.
You know what it is? It's not even that they don't see it. I think it's not something that's praised. Like people don't praise the the local, you know what I'm saying, barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
You're
People
right.
don't praise the mechanic shop dudes that's going to get your car right. People don't praise the motherfucking, people don't, I mean,
well, a lot of that
people
shit,
don't even praise,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like firemen, like people don't, like, you know what I'm saying?
People don't
Like,
praise that shit,
when was the last time, like, you know what I mean? Like people don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't care.
Because a lot of times niggas don't want to work, man.
And that's another thing. Like
niggas
niggas don't even want to work. Niggas rather just, you know what I'm saying, get this check.
But I feel like a lot of people don't want to work because they feel defeated. Like they don't, they feel like there's no hope. Like because of because of their parents.
Right?
Number one, because of their parents.
Okay.
So their ceiling is like very low.
Okay.
You feel me? Everybody.
So we'll do this. So one of the reasons why people don't say, don't just say fuck it and do it, is their parents, their upbringing, right? And what was the second point? What you was gonna say?
Products of their environment, which is the same shit or no? Okay, so their people's upbringing, what other people think of them. All that pretty much ties into the same shit.
Right.
Well, the upbringing mainly because at the end of the day, you learn from your parents. Your parents put you on that path. Whatever you're on, 9 times out of 10, your parents put you on that path. Unless you just out here solo dolo.
Let's play it this way.
Unless you out here solo dolo.
And then honestly, that's crazy because those be the people that.
If you watch it, exactly.
I was just gonna say the people with the craziest stories got the biggest blessings in life.
Right,
you know
because
they had to go through so many adversities.
Exactly.
They had to really go through life.
Exactly.
And guess what? Like it's dudes, right?
Exactly.
That, you know what I'm saying? You had like just work, for example. We're talking about people that had parents where they, for the most part, your parents took care of you.
Right.
Or whatever the case may be. Like you were taken care of your whole life.
Yeah.
So right now you about 21, trying to figure it out.
Right.
And you never even been off the porch.
Yeah.
Once.
That's just
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But you might have a homeboy or a cousin. That motherfucker been off the porch since 12 years old.
And he was a grown ass.
He been a grown ass man since he was 12 years old.
And that is definitely. I've been through that. You feel me? I was one of them niggas that was very fortunate with fortunate parents.
Oh, okay. I thought
no, not off the porch. No.
Okay.
I was
okay. Talk about it, Slick. Talk about it.
This is my experience.
Hey, give me your story, my G.
You feel me?
Game for game, people.
Game for game. I was one of them people with very fortunate parents.
Right.
I wasn't spoiled. But I had
everything. Was well off enough to
I had everything I needed, but I didn't have.
You didn't go lacking. You didn't go without.
I didn't get what I wanted. I didn't get everything I wanted.
But you didn't go without.
I still had one black pair and one white pair of shoes.
Okay, so it was still nigga. Hey, ain't no bougie.
I wasn't getting Jordan.
Listen, it ain't bougie over here. We still niggas.
You feel me? But my peoples was good.
They took care of us though.
They were great parents.
They were great parents.
But being great parents, so the people that go through the adversities early, they have a bigger advantage because they learned about
life earlier. Right.
Early.
Okay.
You feel me? Well, my parents, right?
Okay.
I didn't learn about the real world, or I didn't get into the real world having responsibilities, real nigga responsibilities, till I was about 26.
Okay, because
I wasn't off the porch.
They held shit down enough
because they was just being good parents. I can't blame them. I used to beg my mom to be like, "Yo, just let me fall. I want to learn this shit on my own.
I need to learn this shit.
I need to learn this shit on my own because I used to get so frustrated because it's like
I
was frustrated because I wasn't off the porch as early.
You seen everybody off the porch, and you like, I want to get off the porch because I know I got.
Yeah, not even. But that's the thing. I would see my homeboys even that's off the porch. I see them struggling and shit, but I wanted to go through that.
You want to go through that because
I understood that struggle was gonna have some type of reward.
Absolutely, you was gonna gain some. I
understood that, so I used to beg my peoples. I'm like, "Yo,
let me get off the porch.
Let me fall, bro. Stop trying to save me." But how could you blame good parents?
No, you can't.
You can't. It was at the end of the day, I was blessed to have great parents.
You can't.
You feel me? At the end of the day, but I knew how they was helping me was hindering me at the end of the day.
Okay, so let me.
I was privy to this shit. Like I knew that them helping me was gonna detriment me in the future because I wouldn't know how to handle my own shit. Handle your own shit. They was handling everything. When it comes to me, when I was in college, fast for all of that shit, they handled all that shit.
They did everything for you.
They did everything. When it comes to school, they did everything for me.
So check it out.
I didn't know shit about it.
G for D, G for G. Don't cripple your kids, man.
Don't cripple
your kids, man. Let them fall a few times. Let them
fall,
let them fall a few times, but you could be there to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Dust them off a little bit, help them out. Hey, it's all right.
Stop shielding them from the negativity.
You know what I'm saying? Because
What Drake said? What he said?
What he
Is
said?
Something about the negative with the better picture. Some shit. He said
I don't know,
some
Drake said a lot
fire
of raw
ass shit.
shit.
He said some fire
That
ass shit. He
light-skinned
said
nigga
you
be
gotta
snapping.
have the negatives
Hey,
to
shouts
make
out
a
to
better.
Drizzy, man.
Shout out Drizzy. But he said he was pretty much saying like working with the like you know how you take pictures and people work with the negatives and shit to make a good picture.
I don't remember what I'm trying to think.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, y'all know.
You know what I'm talking about.
Song.
The nigga behind the camera know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
so
the nigga behind the camera know.
He
That's
says,
all that
but
matters.
that's real though. Like
that line was real.
Even what J. Cole said, there's beauty in the struggle, all that shit.
Hey, man,
all of that
shit.
shit.
It's sarcasm, man. We might as well just look that line up, man. You just
look that line up?
Yeah, share it with the people, man.
So yeah, man. So at the end of the day, you have to you can't cut corners. When it comes to success and everything, you can't cut corners. There's a saying that says, if you find yourself going in circles, that means you're cutting corners.
Okay, I can fuck with that. Okay.
Because if you cut corners, that makes a circle, right?
Right.
You gotta go through.
There's
no way to skip any fucking
process. You can't skip the steps.
You can't.
You cannot skip the steps.
You feel me?
Because you miss the lessons. You know what I'm saying? And that's real though. And that's real.
If you find yourself going in circles, that means you cutting corners.
But check it out. What I have put, I think people sometimes.
What's up?
I feel like people sometimes really are scared of the success. Or they're scared of the reward for real.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
you know our greatest fear.
What is it?
Google our greatest fear.
Google our greatest fear.
Our greatest fear.
All right, let's see what Google has to say. Our
fucking greatest fear. If you watch, what's that movie was with Samuel Jackson, Coach Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Our greatest fear is that we are not inadequate, but we are powerful beyond some shit like that.
Some raw shit, huh?
Our greatest fear.
Greatest.
There you go, right there. First thing pop up. Bomb. Read that to the people, bro.
All right.
Read that to the people.
Is it the right one?
That's the right one. This is our greatest fear.
This is our greatest fear, people. Our greatest fear is our light, not our darkness, that most fears us. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Woo. It is the light, not our darkness, that most fears us. Woo. Most frighten us. I'm sorry. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You're playing small does not serve the world. At all. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so the other people won't feel insecure around you.
Not at all.
You was born to make magnificent the glory of God that is within us.
You're a child of God.
You know what I'm saying? You were created in the likeness and likeness of God. The Almighty Creator. Like you are God. You know what I'm saying? Me? I don't even need to finish. Y'all hear all the fucking talk. Y'all hear all the damn jewels. That's real though. That's real. Okay, you're right. That's real.
You feel me? So we downplay ourselves a lot just to make our friends or whatever.
Just to satisfy the right. Yeah,
because at the end of the day, once you start elevating, you're gonna start losing motherfucking friends.
But you see, you know what I think too? I think people a lot of times, you know what it is, and I think it goes back to conditioning a lot of times. Because we've been conditioned to conform. You know what I'm saying? We never want to, we don't want to make too much waves. We don't want to, look too weird. We don't want to stand out. We want
all that, and that goes back to caring about what the motherfuckers think.
All that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. That's real though. Yeah. That's real.
We don't want, bruh, fuck all of that shit.
Hey, real talk. This is episode 2, people. We've been talking about this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? And we finally just said, fuck it. We just finna do it.
We ain't got no banner, nigga.
But
we
soon, here. You know
we about to have a
Y'all
fucking banner.
With us right now. G4G. It's going down.
Game for game.
Like, sometimes you gotta just do it, yo. You gotta just get out there and just do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the reason why I'm doing this too? You feel me? Even with all this documentation and shit, I'm really just doing this shit for the future so we can look back and be like, damn, we did that shit.
Have something to look back to.
Because my mom is like the biggest hoarder of like fucking pictures and all of this shit. Cause at the end of the day, bro, these phones, they got all our pictures in it. But we gonna keep getting new phones and we gonna lose these motherfucking memories, bro.
Right. Cause of technology,
Life is all about memories, man. So by us just doing this shit, we can look back 5 years later, like, damn, look at us.
We did that shit. Yeah,
look what we talking about. You feel me? Right. This is just like creating some shit like a fucking scrapbook for our fucking children and our grandchildren to look back on YouTube, like, oh, look at granddad. Look at granddad talking that shit. Talking that shit on the G4G podcast, man.
My granddad was a podcaster back in the early.
You feel me? But this is just to look back and just like track our our progression through life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all about just putting content out, content, whether it's a picture, video, whatever it is, man. It's really just for a nigga scrapbook, man. It's more for me than it is for y'all. I don't give a fuck. I'm selfish. Game for game, man.
Game for game, man. G4G,
got my
man.
dog Carvo the Mastermind in
Carvo
the building.
We're in motherfucking building right now,
Yes, sir.
bitch.
Yeah, man. I'm off that oil though. You feel me?
That Henny's starting to
You
hit.
feel
I
me?
ain't gonna lie, we might have to run back to the stove.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man.
Hold
So
on.
long story short, man, fuck it. Just do it. You feel me? Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let no friends, family, none of that shit. At the end of the day, look, listen. As the great Gary V says, right?
Hey, shouts out Gary V, man.
Shout out to Gary V.
Hey, ain't gonna lie, Gary. Real talk.
Real talk.
We're gonna interview you one day, my G.
We finna interview
We're
this
gonna
nigga
interview
one
you
day.
one day.
But as the great Gary V always says, right? You're gonna die. Right? You're gonna fucking die, right? You have one life. So if you're doing some shit that's miserable, that you're not enjoying, you have one fucking life. Why are you doing that?
Why are you doing that shit?
Do something that's going, even if, making that leap of faith, it hurts at the beginning. Of course, it's kind of hard because it's something different for you.
It's you're out your comfort zone.
Right.
So you're scared a little bit. We get it.
Exactly.
We just talked about fear. We
Right.
get it. We get
But
it.
the key to life is being comfortable with being uncomfortable, right?
That's what it's all
so
about.
once you start taking that leap of faith, you'll see God work in ways that you never fucking fathomed. Once you take that leap of faith, that's when God really start working in your life. Trust and believe. I guarantee if you do this and God don't start working in your life, you take that jump of faith, I give you permission to slap shit out of me. That's how much I believe in my God.
Somebody gonna sit here and mud it.
Niggas gonna quit. Niggas gonna quit
like,
their
yeah,
job.
my G, you said I can smack you. Come
Niggas
here.
gonna quit their job. 2 days later, they be like, nigga, I'm finna slap
the shit out you.
Cause I ain't on right now.
You stir me wrong.
Nah, G shit, man. It's all about taking that leap of faith, man. If you ain't doing some shit that you ain't fucking, if you miserable going to a job every fucking day, if you don't like that job and your soul don't resonate with that job, you gonna keep having a miserable ass life. But until you do some shit that resonate with your soul and your heart and your passion and all that shit, something that you love, regardless of the fucking money, the money gonna come.
The money's gonna always come.
It's all about your number one, your freedom and your happiness. Mainly your fucking happiness. So do whatever the fuck makes you happy, because we only live one fucking life. You're gonna die. You don't know when you're gonna die. You might die tomorrow. You might die 5 years from now. But are you gonna die with regret, nigga?
Hey,
I ain't dying with regret.
Game for game, people.
Listen.
Nobody made it out of life alive, man.
Nobody had made it out of life alive. I ain't down with regret. I done made a decision. I done made a conscious decision. My last job I done had, I said, I'm never working a fucking job again, right? Well, a job like that. It depends on the job. Nah, I ain't working no fucking job again, right? So,
like that.
Because I figured out that every time I worked for a job, I end up quitting that shit within a damn year. So it's like, why the fuck do I keep doing this and keep quitting and just keep wasting my time? They're not paying me enough money to stack up. So I might as well find a way to make some fucking bread and not do as much. So I found that way, and now I'm in my way, and now I'm doing my thing.
And now you're just riding your wave.
Now I'm just riding my fucking wave.
That's what it's all about, man. You create your own wave and just...
And it's that simple, man. You just got to step out and create your own wave. I urge all the people to create their fucking wave. If you don't like the job you're going to, please quit that shit.
Listen, if you don't like the job you go to, create your own.
Create your own. You ain't got to quit it tomorrow, but quit that shit soon, because stress...
Create something that's going to get you right to where you can always... walk away from your job
that you
hate.
I told myself, I would rather be on the street selling fucking water for $1. I'll go to Sam's Club, nigga, get me a 40-pack for $5, and I'll sell them bitches for $1.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, game for game. We're finna do some math real quick, people.
Do some math.
Let's do some motherfucking math. How much them shits cost at Walmart?
They like Sam's Club. Sam's Club be having them for the jug.
For the jug though, so we saying like $5.
But I ain't been to Sam's Club in a minute. That shit be like $5.
I know, we just need to
40
do
pack.
We need to do regular math for these people because they think this is a game. This social shit is
$5
not a
for a
game.
40-pack.
$5 for a 40-pack. How much we selling each water? Like $3, $2.
$2.
So we're doing $2.
We can even do $1, bro. Do $1, man. Fuck that. $1 for the water, 40-pack.
That's $40 a pack.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we just paid $5 for a pack of 40 packs of water, and we just made $35 profit.
$35 profit.
We made $35 profit. You do that shit about let me see. You doing that about 10 times a week. You made $350.
$350. You making more.
You made $350 a week. You ain't go to work for that shit.
Right.
Nigga, you made it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's at the smallest level.
That's at the smallest level. You could buy some Gatorades.
Right. So whatever it is that you want to do, man, figure it out. Figure out a way to scale it. and fuck it, just do it.
At the end of the day, figure the fuck out. If you complaining, I ain't got no sympathy for you because you got a fucking way to get it and be happy with your life. At the end of the day, man, I don't got a lot of sympathy for niggas, man. Because at the end of the day, bro, we all have free will. That job that you hate, you signed up for that shit. You came to them with the
Matter of fact, you went to their interview.
They didn't.
You got dressed up, and then you was like, you spilled yourself. You sold yourself to.
They didn't come to your door like.
They didn't say, "Hey, come here, come."
We need niggas at Walmart.
I thought they did send out they probably put an ad out.
No, they didn't, bro.
They didn't put an ad out.
What ad you seen for a job?
They put an ad out on Indeed.com.
How did he get on Indeed?
We're looking for people.
How did you get on Indeed?
We're hiring.
How did you get on Indeed?
But no, you got on Indeed.
That's what I'm saying. You went looking for the shit.
I was being funny.
Fuck that. They didn't come to your door like, yo, Carvo The Mastermind.
No, they ain't do none of that.
We need you.
No, I said I need them.
That's what I'm saying. How you gonna complain about? How you gonna
looking for niggas?
How you gonna complain about some shit that you signed up for?
But you definitely signed for that shit up though.
You can literally be like, yo, I don't want to work here no more.
Right. And
a lot of motherfuckers really feel like they're stuck in shit.
You know what it is? It goes back to fear.
It goes back to fear.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, listen.
Because you don't want to leave your job.
All right, so I got a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have fear in that, is it possible to have fear and believe in God?
Wait.
Okay, I'm talking about in that sense. Let's say you feel like you have to work at this Walmart, right?
Okay.
Because you have to make
ends meet. Okay.
Right?
Right.
But there's definitely other ways.
Of course there is.
Right? But you're scared to take that leap of faith.
Okay.
But you say you believe in God.
You are a pump faker.
So you don't believe in God for real.
It's not that you don't. You may believe in God to certain extents, because a lot of times.
How do you believe in God at a certain extent?
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that stay in the middle, they're all in the same category. Mm-hmm. So we're talking to all the same people in the same way. You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
So I'm not trying to generalize it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, if that's the case, a lot of people don't really believe in God. You get what I'm saying? Because the majority of people don't really chase their dreams. You see what I'm saying? It's definitely not crowded at the top, but it's fucking crowded as fuck at the bottom.
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
it's crowded as fuck.
I feel like for the person, because there's certain people, right, that give me $40K a year and a house and a dog, and I'm happy.
Right. Yeah. You know as long as you happy. At the end of the day, it's about happiness.
So that's what
we're
asking.
It ain't even about the bread.
It's all about what we're really chasing. Are we chasing happiness?
We're chasing happiness. Fuck the bread.
Okay.
If you happy being at Walmart,
then ask your question again.
So if you're happy at being at Walmart, if you're happy as fuck, you
wake up in that bitch, you the best grid. Everybody know you by name. It's like
you love that shit. Yeah, it's all about happiness, bro. But I'm talking about you hating your shit and you believing in God.
Okay, so if you're one of those deeply religious people, in the sense of you go to church a lot, you always want to, bring up, God this and he's going to make a way and this and that.
What if you're not even one of them religious people? You just say you believe in God.
I mean, it depends, because if you're one of those people where
is God only so can you believe in God to a certain extent? Is that can you do that? Is that possible?
I mean, it depends, because a lot of people say they believe in God but don't have faith. Okay. I don't know either. You get what I'm saying? It's not me to judge.
It's God.
You get what I'm saying? It's not none of us to judge anyone. You know what I'm saying? You're right. So at the end of the day, if you say you believe in God, but you don't have faith in yourself,
do you believe in God?
Do you believe in God?
If you don't love yourself, do you love God? That's a real question. If you don't love yourself, can you love God? Is it possible?
Is it possible if you don't love yourself and you're made in the image and likeness of God, you have God particles flowing through your veins, right?
Right.
And you don't.
This is why I don't have sympathy for niggas.
Right. Why you ain't got no sympathy for these niggas?
Because God constantly shows us signs. Constantly. I think he shows everybody signs.
Okay, now when we say God, I'm talking about the universe.
We're talking about vibes, whatever niggas call it. The energy.
We got these new
wave
vibes.
The universe.
We got Eastern
the universe. The energy, whatever God, whatever you serve, whatever you believe in.
Whatever your higher power of calling is.
That.
Whoever you go to for your higher power vibes, that's what we're talking about.
That. I don't have sympathy for niggas because God, higher power, whatever, constantly shows everybody's
It
signs.
shows its existence everywhere, right?
Everywhere. Listen,
Everywhere.
when I tell you, once I start embracing and really accepting all the signs that God throws at me and like look at them like, because a lot of
Once you
times,
start accepting that you're a God,
once I start accepting that I'm God's child,
okay,
but
in that
like
sense,
as far,
right?
no,
That's what I mean, people.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mean
no, I'm a God.
wine.
Yeah. I'm a God
I'm
with a
not
small
saying
G.
turn this into a fish. No,
I'm a God with a small G, but check me
read
out.
between the lines, people.
Yeah, so check me out. So once I start, so a lot of times when it comes to coincidence, like a lot of times people call the things that God does coincidences, crazy,
miracles.
That's weird.
Or no?
No, not miracles. That too, but I'm talking about like the everyday things.
Okay.
Like
I see what you're saying. Okay. Right.
The shit that you're like, wow, that's weird.
That was
wow,
that was
crazy.
Well, damn, that was
wow. I take that as God speaking. Like I'm like, so one thing I do, I see 111 all the time. Like I'm talking about all the time. I'm talking about
just the numbers 111.
I'm talking about
all the time.
11 and 111. I see that shit.
You just see that
5-6 times
that
a
shit
day.
a lot, right?
And every time I see it, I be like, I listen to it and I look at it as God talking to me.
Okay.
Or whatever, higher power, right?
Right.
Or coincidences, right? Coincidences. Things that we consider coincidences, I look at that as God talking to me as well.
As God.
I don't look at it. I don't look at it as crazy anymore. I look at it as like, okay, God telling me I'm on the right track.
Right.
I literally follow those signs. Like if I'm doing something and I see something, I'm like, okay, that means I'm doing the right thing. If I do something and I see 111 while I'm doing something, okay, I'm doing the right thing.
You know what some schools of thoughts call that?
What?
Law of attraction.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, we could talk about that too, people.
That's exactly what it is.
If you're one of those people,
right? So this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't have sympathy for people because God constantly shows everybody signs, but we put them to the side. And we be like, oh no, that's just crazy.
Because we're too distracted.
Because we're told that that's some crazy shit. Like that's just
that's
supernatural. Like
right. Okay.
But we don't realize that everything in life is fucking supernatural. Just the fact that
you're alive.
How we even got here. The fact that we came from a seed from a nutsack to a fucking egg to it took 9 months to a whole body to grow into a woman and they pushed it like that right there.
Pushed it right out of
that process right there is magical. Right. And we don't look at it as magical.
We don't even sit down and even embrace life for what it is.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. We look at those type of things, we brush it off like, oh yeah, that's just life. But
like, you know what's your odds of living? Like 1 in a trillion. One
billion.
Yeah,
some
like
shit like
crazy
that.
shit
It's
like
some
that.
Crazy ass shit. But we don't look at that.
1 in 1 trillion.
We don't look at that like magic, bro. We look at that like some regular ass shit. But bro, that's
like, do you know how lucky people are? Like, do you know how lucky you are to be you? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one before you
was that
or after you will have your genetic makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Sperm cell that made it through.
You was that sperm cell that made it through. You was in that bitch swimming. Man, you like, hold up, watch out.
Watch out. Fuck.
Hey, watch out, nigga. I'm getting that first.
You was fading niggas.
You out there just bumping niggas, and you made it.
You made it.
You made it.
Nobody else.
You know what I'm saying?
The rest of them niggas died.
Everybody else died. Millions of niggas died.
Because your fuck ass made it.
Because your fuck ass made it. You know what I'm saying? So like, look at that. So
that's
right
why
there.
That's why I don't be having sympathy.
Right.
I have empathy because I get just like with the Harriet Tubman shit. If people knew that they was what they was, they would.
If you only knew that, you know what I'm saying?
If you only knew, but I understand. Like a lot of times we just be products of our environment, so we don't.
I feel like that's not a. Okay,
it's not an excuse.
No. I feel like that's no longer a good enough of excuse.
It
used to be the best excuse. No. Check it out.
Okay, go ahead.
It used to be the best excuse we had. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of different shit. Because at the end of the day, for a fact, it still is our excuse for a lot of shit.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? That still is our excuse. You
right.
know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like we still have, because once you acknowledged and once you've stepped into your godhood and the power that you know that you possess, a lot of things are no longer circumstantial. You get what I'm saying? It's no longer it's because I'm a product of my environment.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because you create your environment now, because you understand the God that's in you.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like we literally created this. We got together.
Each person created their own.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about this moment right now with this podcast, Game4Game. People like, y'all gotta really take heed to this shit. Like like you create your reality. You know what I'm saying? Like you do that. Nobody else does that. You know what I'm saying? Can't
Accountability,
say,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody wake up and say, I want such and such to have this type of life on such and such day at such and such time.
You're not God.
It doesn't happen like that. You make that shit happen for yourself.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times, people, like you said, accountability. People need to really hold themselves up there because you're brilliant. You are intelligent.
You're a fucking genius.
You're a genius. You're God incarnated. Like
Right.
you're fucking walking, talking electricity.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We
like,
are the shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like
if you're a human being right now, you are the shit, right?
Like, do you understand?
But you have to realize your power. You have to realize what God has blessed you with, and you have to cherish everything that God has blessed you with, because He's not.
No,
gonna,
but see, wait.
He's not gonna bless you.
Wait. You're going too deep now.
All right, but hold on. Let me just say this one more thing.
Tell these people about gratitude. Some people can't spell it.
Ooh, I barely can spell it, but
you can't
I
talk
know what
about
it is, though.
right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, all I'm saying is you gotta appreciate your blessings, because God ain't gonna give you no more if you can't handle what you already got. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man.
No, break.
Oh, break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sweaty and shit.
I'm lit.
I'm lit too, but
so it's like right. The average eye don't see the same shit I see.
Yeah.
To me, that shit was slump. To them, that shit was like amazing.
It was lit. It was fucking fire.
You feel me?
Right.
So that's what I guess that's kind of the same shit.
It's like being in a group, amongst a group of people. Everybody's made it in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're there, you start feeling like,
I didn't deserve to be here. I didn't deserve to be here.
Yeah, I don't deserve to be here.
I don't deserve to be here.
You really did do everything that you're supposed to do to get there.
You know what I think that is?
Syndrome of being an imposter.
But what if that is the actual thing that's pushed everybody?
You know what I think?
You know what
I think that is? I think that's the person being intimidated by the surrounding people. Like, because you can have, for example, you finally achieved a level of success where you're making 6 figures, but you're around people that make 10 million. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. What if that's the thing that keeps you going? Because at the end of the day, it's never enough. So somebody that wants money, once they get $1 million, now they want $10 million.
Exactly.
Now having 10 bands in their pockets, they broke. Like they feel broke as fuck because they are a millionaire. You feel me?
Right.
So 10 bands feels broke, but to us, that nigga, I'm rich as fuck. You feel me? I can do some things.
Nah, but you know what though? I think that's because people don't understand finances,
and that goes back to enjoying the
because if you really
that goes back to enjoying the journey. Because at the end of the day, there's no real destination. Because at the end of the day, when you accomplish some shit, you always gonna want to.
You're going through more, right? You always want to do more.
You don't just accomplish some shit and
then
just
stop,
fit,
and then just stop. You like, oh, okay, well, I'm done. No,
right?
Because you've accomplished something, you done got energized. You want to do more.
Right.
So you want to add to them accomplishments. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh shit, I just made $1,000 a month. Oh shit, I want to make $2,000 a month. Oh shit, I want to make $10,000 a month. Oh shit, I can make 10. I can make.
What's the definition? Say it, DJ.
Imposter syndrome can be defined as a collection of feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evident success.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like
that's
our
doubt.
That's our greatest fear. That's the shit we just read, right?
That kind of is, and that's our greatest fear, and that's doubt, because you know your greatness, but you doubt your own greatness. You know what I'm saying? You doubt your own greatness because you're around other great people, and you don't feel like you feel inadequate. You don't feel like you're as great. You know what I'm saying? Because you're watching these same people.
What if you're not though?
It depends if you was an imposter for them.
Depends. What if you're not? Because in real life, if you meet niggas that know a lot more than you, you're like,
but it
damn,
depends.
I thought I knew some shit, but these niggas popping it.
That depends if you really been studying. You get what I'm saying?
But if you've been studying more than the average nigga, which is pretty much a lot, there's a nigga that's been studying before your ass.
Yeah, but then there's also a nigga that's listening to what I say.
And there's also a nigga that had more experience than you too.
Yeah, but we're talking about like book now. We're just talking about like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's always, because we're going back to his point.
Bro, it's niggas that been doing it for way longer than him.
It's way niggas that's been doing way longer.
And he's probably around these niggas right now.
I know, but we're talking about people that feel like they shouldn't be where they're at.
Yeah.
Because they actually did put in the work, versus people that act like they're at where they're at off of somebody else's work, because you said, what if they didn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like, nigga, you didn't grind for that shit. You just stole somebody's swag.
That
you know
shit different when you grind.
So at the end of the day, you know what you did. You know you stole somebody else's game.
Yeah.
And you know you ain't even acknowledged that you took it from them. You know you did that.
But do you think everybody still?
Hey, at the end of the day, you gotta look at yourself. So if you're one of those persons, if you're one of those type of people where you have no self-dignity,
I feel like all
where you can't even because no, hold on, I don't mean to cut you off,
no,
because in anything else we gotta cite our sources, right?
Yeah.
Don't we? So you don't want to cite your source when it comes to what got you on.
But sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even remember where it come from.
But that's not what we're talking about.
You talking about where it come from? Because
I'm just going by what you said. What if you know what I'm saying? What if the person that what I'm saying? So if you know you didn't deserve it, or you didn't do what was really necessary to achieve whatever it is, and you either wrote off your parents' name, or you had a rich cousin, or you just was connecting and you know how to finesse, so you just finessed your way through and didn't really try to work for something. You know you did that. Don't nobody else know that.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you got to be the judge of that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So are you going to judge that like that's something you did and you proud of that? Or are you going to be like, you know what, I did that, but I want to work harder towards doing it this way instead? Which one you finna do?
You never have as much pride if you don't work for it.
That's the bottom line.
You never.
So what you finna do?
Yeah.
You finna go off somebody else's vibe? I got rich parents.
Oh, you gonna create your own shit from whatever
you got rich parents. Are you rich though?
So you just gotta use your blessings and create your own shit from the blessings you was already blessed with.
And that's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If
everybody got a purpose, man. God gave everybody a purpose. Everybody got their own individual, unique ass shit that they gotta accomplish in life. You feel me? So everybody just gotta follow their instinct, follow their intuition, follow their gut, follow the signs that God gives you.
And don't doubt yourself.
God gives you so many signs, but you ignore them and you just push them to the side. You just go into this job that you hate, and stress is a killer, man. That shit what causes cancer. That's causes all the shit that you going through nowadays. Stress, man. Stop stressing.
You wake up, you go to your job, you mad all day. You get off, you're even more mad. Now you mad at your girl. Now you mad at your mama. Now you mad at your kids. Now you mad at your homeboys. Like, why are you doing that to yourself?
Take a leap of faith, man.
Like fuck it. Just do it.
Just do it. God got you.
You know what I'm saying?
God
he got you. Like, figure it out. Whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man. Like, and you could even look at it. Let's just take it. Let's change it up a little bit.
Change it up. G.
Let's switch it up, right? So you could even look at it with the girl you want.
The girl you want.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That chick you've been following for a little minute. You've been liking her pics. You've been, you know what I'm saying?
A little sex, yeah.
Her little fine ass. You've been right. You know what I'm saying? She been writing back a little bit, so she cool. It's whatever.
She liking your
but
shit.
You ain't never shoot your shot.
You ain't shoot it.
But you liking every other picture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't be
you even ran into her and you didn't say nothing.
Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? You done seen her, and you felt like she's seen you too, but you want to keep it player and cool, and I get it.
Right.
You know, you want to keep it player, but you still ain't even shoot. You ain't even acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even let her know I see you, and I know you see me.
You ain't even let her know, like
you ain't even let her know, baby. I see you, and I know you
ain't even
see
lock
me.
eyes with her.
You ain't even lock eyes with her. You looked the other way when you seen him. You was like, oh shit, that's that. You was like, oh shit, that's that.
Hey, you remember that?
You really?
That bitch look at that.
Oh shit, you looked the other way. You know what I'm saying? That's what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Shoot your shot, my G. You feel me?
Shot,
fuck
man.
It, just do it, bro.
You miss 100% of the shots.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot your shot. You feel me? Hey, that might be the one, and you might, you know what I'm saying? You might land you know what I'm saying? You might land something nice.
Fuck it, just do it, man.
Fuck it, just do it, man.
This podcast is not sponsored by Nike, but fuck it, just do it, man.
Right.
We got one life. You gonna die.
Like, nobody gets out of life.
You got one life. You might well enjoy this shit, man. Hey, God gave us the free will. We could literally, we don't understand the freedom we got.
You know what it is?
Listen, you could literally, just say, fuck this shit and just move to Puerto Rico and just live there for the rest of your life.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
You could really do that if you wanted to.
The problem, because you said it.
Yeah.
We could wake up and just do whatever we want.
Right.
The problem with a lot of times is people don't even understand, and that's why it's always good to go back and reflect inside, because you gotta embrace your blessings. Like, you could have been born in a third world country right now.
Shit could have been real.
You could have been in Syria right now, where they're bombing shit left and right. Like, nigga, you could have been somewhere in the Middle East, nigga, dealing with this ISIS shit, nigga.
You could have been walking,
nigga. You could have been walking with
10 miles to go get some
water,
dirty ass water.
Man.
Carrying that shit on your head.
But you was born in the freest, most prosperous, most.
Listen,
like,
I had a Haitian nigga. It was this
you know
Haitian,
what I'm saying?
It was this Haitian nigga that worked with me.
Shouts out to all my Zos, man. Saga fat, we in the bidding.
Fat,
yeah, we
here. All that shit.
No lie.
But it was this Haitian nigga who had just came over here. He was working when I was working security. And he was pretty much telling his story, like how when he came over here.
He came from shit.
Bro, he said when he came over here, the simple shit like water coming out the faucet.
Nigga, we don't have lights half the day, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Water coming out the faucet.
Nigga, we don't have running water, nigga. You got running water.
That's what I'm saying. Water coming out of the faucet was
what are you complaining about?
Was everything to this nigga. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Niggas gotta walk.
Niggas walking
dirty ass water.
Niggas walking 10 miles for some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what keep me grounded, man. I think about, shit could always be worse.
Shit could be worse, man.
Shit could be worse.
You got two legs that work.
I got 2 legs.
You got 2 arms that can write.
I got 10
Well,
fingers,
you could probably
nigga.
write with one hand, but you know what I'm saying? You got 2 hands, you got a brain, you got 2 eyes, you could see, you could speak, you got all 5 senses. You got 5 senses. Some of us got 6, but you got 5 senses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All
like,
that.
come on, bro. What is your fucking excuse, my G? You know what I'm saying?
G-shit.
And that's real, man. Fuck it, just do it, man. Game for game, man.
Game for game, nigga.
Check it out, man. I'm finna wrap it up.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
This episode 2, man.
It's episode 2, man. Check it out. They say the average podcast lasts only 7 episodes. We
7 episodes.
And we 2 episodes in.
We 2 in.
So y'all better. All right.
Hopefully this ain't the last.
Oh, nigga, we rocking, nigga.
We rocking. Next week, we in this bitch, man.
Next week, we in this bitch. Game for game.
Game for game. Follow me on IG, Slick954, man. Ask your hoe. If you don't know, ask your hoe.
Follow my
I ain't
dog.
talking too fast, bitch. You listen too slow.
You listen too goddamn slow, bitch. Now, check it out. Follow your boy, Mastermind 305. It's your boy, Carvo The Mastermind. We in the building. Chill.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, fuck it. Just do it.
Fuck it, just do it.
Fuck what your family think.
Fuck what they think.
Fuck what your friends think. Fuck what your job think.
Fuck what your baby mama think. Fuck what your baby daddy think.
Create your own heaven on earth, man.
Right.
Surround yourself by positivity and love, man.
Surround yourself with nothing but good energy.
If you got friends that's always on that bullshit, get the fuck.
You might need to cut them off, man.
You have to.
You got to cut them off.
Bro, you have to.
You got to cut them off. That's a fact.
Until they change their fucking life.
Yeah.
Because you can't change their life. You ain't God. So only thing you can control is what you do.
What you do.
You feel me? If you let other people bring you down and bring you into their bullshit and bring you down to their level, that's your fault.
That's your fault.
You allowed that. You feel me?
You control your actions at the end of the day.
God shows us signs. He gives us warnings. If we ignore that shit, we headed for destruction.
Hey man, and
that's all we've been doing, bro. So listen. I talk
to you guys.
I talk to God all day, every day. You feel me? That boy talk to me all day, every day. And I listen, bro. It's all about listening. But at the end of the day, you're gonna touch that stove, it's gonna burn your ass.
Right.
The more you touch it, the more it's gonna burn until your fucking whole hand fall off.
Right.
That's how God teach you. He gonna teach your ass until you can't teach you no more. Now he gotta really swing that sword.
Yeah, man. So check it out, man. Y'all just stay tuned, man. Y'all stay, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all stay with us, man. Stay on this journey with us, man. This is episode 2.
G4G.
Fuck it, just do it. G4G. Game for Game podcast.
For game.
It's your boy Slick954.
Yeah.
Carvo The Mastermind. We in the building. We is out of here.
We out of here, man. Game for game.